Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about the Rohingyans and their unfortunate state presently in Burma and outside Burma. Where do we go from this very unfortunate situation, which has made the days of problems and nights of nightmare for our Rohingyan brothers? Where do we go from here? The case is in ICJ, isn't it?
Yeah, the case is not only ICJ, it's also in ICC as well. And now Argentina also taking the universal jurisdiction. I think there are more countries in the world, they should take more of these steps. And thanks to Bangladesh government now, the ICC case is now moving forward. So these are very important steps.
Right.
When the perpetrators feel that the accountability is for chasing them, they will at least stop committing such a crimes. But unfortunately, the genocide is unfolding other part of Burma now. So if you look at the southern Burma, there are 70 to 90% Muslim population has no citizenships. And there are nearly 100,000 Burmese Muslims become stateless in Thai Burma border. So these are the people who, the system of the government is now working that to eliminating Muslims from the country, pushing them out of the country. And because they don't have citizenship, no employment, no education, no healthcare, these people become vulnerable, right? They are now leaving Burma, going to take very hard jobs in other countries, in neighboring countries, and then suddenly there's something changed, they can never return to Burma. So they are stuck outside. They lost their country, they have no country anymore. And those host countries are also not allowing them to work anymore because they don't have any citizens, any cards, any documents. So the situation created dilemma for them, you know. So this similar situation happening in many parts of Burma now. Inside Burma also there is a huge discriminations going on, government system, even NLD government not allowing Muslim to stand up as a parliamentarian from the party. So now we have no Muslim in the parliament. There isn't anyone to raise our voice for us what's happening for the Muslim community in Burma. So in every corner, if you look at it, the genocide is well planned. And now people are running away from Rakhine state. The Rohingyas are running away from escaping, from fleeing to neighboring countries. When they are spotted in Burma, they've been arrested and they've been jailed for 2 years with hard labors.
And the crime is you are a Rohingyan.
Their crime is not having citizenship and being a Muslim. This is their crime.
Is Burma a very overpopulated country?
No, it is compared to Bangladesh. We have 1/3 of Bangladesh populations.
And it's a pretty
and 3 times larger than Bangladesh.
Yes, it's a pretty big country. That's what my point is, you see. So most countries in the world, they need people to work in their factories and their farms and many places. I mean, people are going from Bangladesh to Australia, people are going from Bangladesh to Italy, Malaysia, in the Middle East to work. Why Burma, the Burmese authorities, they're not using their own people? Pay them less, but don't kill them, use them. They'll be happy.
Yeah, but the mindset of the military is different. You know, their mind is very different. They are not progressive. They're still, their mind is during the World War II, the Nazism, the fascism. They're still in that age now. So the world is changed. The world is moving forward, and the progressive views and positions are now adopted. But look at them; they are still in that position, and they try to punishing the different people. Like look at the Karen Christians, Kachin Christians, Chin peoples. They're all suffering, right? And in other part of the world, look at the Shan. They are Buddhists as well. They're also suffering. So it means the Burmese military has a very dangerous agenda to destroy the life of those who are not same as like them.
I read somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, that behind all this discrimination against Muslims and driving them out, the Burmese government is also keen to get that area cleared of population because it is very rich in mineral resources, petroleum and other resources. Is that so?
In one area in Rakhine State where recently 2017 when they launched a military attack, they have lots of minerals like titaniums and very valuable minerals.
And also precious stones.
Yes, and in Rakhine State what I'm talking about. And the Chinese company already surveyed that they also even, it was come out in 2013 news that this area has a deposit of a large size of minerals and precious. Yeah.
So that may be one of the reasons.
Possible, and also.
So it's not just a hate against Muslims.
Actually, this hate is not natural. They implement it through, as I said earlier, through religious proxies, institutions, and through some kind of ideology. This has been long time, not just recently happening.
Yeah, because Buddhism is a very passive
No, I mean, what I'm saying is the anti-Muslim persecution strategy has been implemented. It's a long-term strategy. It has been since 1960s. And why I can tell you is, in 1965, there is one institution has been created that is to train all the government officials for a few months. They have to join that training. It's compulsory, and during that training, they do brainwash all the government staff to hate Muslims. They they portray Muslim as an enemy of the state, the dangerous elements in the country as a cancer. We need to remove
Get rid of them.
That kind of ideology. The teachers, the doctors, the government officers, all sort of various kind of expert. They have to take that training. So when they came to their real life jobs, they start hating Muslims, and that's how they implemented that kind of ideology.
When I was in Saudi, I did come across a large number of population, large number of people from Burma who were working in menial jobs like cleaning their streets and all that. And whenever I try to talk them in Bengali, they will respond as saying that they'll respond, but in Bengali, but they will say that they are not from Bangladesh, but they are Rohingyans, you see. And that's what my first encounter with Rohingyans, you see. Later, for some reasons, I visited some prisons in Saudi Arabia, and I came across in one prison, I saw some 3,000 Rohingyans, males.
Wow.
And when I asked them that, where is your family? And they said that they're in other prisons, you see. And maybe 4,000, 5,000, because their children were there, wives were there. And they were being held, you see. During the time of King Faisal, they were allowed to come in, you see. But as in many countries, it happens, you see. Rulers change, the rules change. And they were offered to go back, but Bangladesh won't have them. Burma wouldn't have them. Some people, I mean, a percentage was offered citizenship in Pakistan, but they would not like to go back, which I understand, see. But they were also being very clever that we don't want to go anywhere, but we want to live in Saudi Arabia because this is our home for so many tens of years. See. I do not know whatever happened to them because they have been planning to, so they sit down, we won't go anywhere at all. See.
I heard that there are some percentage receive Akama work permits, or maybe some documents, residence permits. But there are also several numbers of people, Rohingyas, still in the jail, and their crime is they don't have a passport. That is their crime.
Right. Yes. So because their passport is not accepted.
And this is a really unfortunate situation, like especially for the Rohingya people. And they are not only, if I may mention that, they are not only ended up in Saudi jails, but they are also being the victim of human traffickers.
True, very true. I was going to mention that. See.
And this is especially Rohingya young girls.
Yes. Some of those people who are outside the prisons, see the Rohingyans, see they have married off their daughters to Saudis in the hope that probably one day they will become Saudi citizens and possibly that will change the fate of their families, you see. But even if those who have become Saudis, they are on the periphery of on the sidelines of the Saudi society because they won't get good jobs, see. Maybe job of a maid or maybe a driver at best, see, or security guards or something like that, see. So they see, and that is really then, I mean, whether they're at home or whether they're abroad, the fate is not very favorable. What happens now? Where do we go from here in this situation, in this very, very bleak situation for Rohingyas?
I would have better positive feelings right now, because the outcome of, we are expecting the outcome of the ICJ.
Yeah.
And the ICJ is, there are 5 things the Gambia has demanded.
Very quickly, because we have run out of time.
Yeah, so if the ICJ come up with the decision that the Burma committed genocide,
right,
and they need to come up with some kind of remedies, then there will be international outcry, and there will be much bigger international pressure will come. So I think that that's one of the hope. And also,
inshallah,
we don't live in the hope.
On that very happy note, we will have to say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us. We hope that you've enjoyed the show as much as we have, and we hope to come back next week with another distinguished guest. Thank you. Bye.